Hello, my name is Alfredo Lopez with Vocabulary and Reading Study, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to install, maintain, and deploy the application. So the first thing that you want to do is go to the GitHub repository over here, and then scroll down to the README section. In here you're gonna have a set of instructions on how to install all of the necessary dependencies for the app. The first thing that we need to install is a third-party library for Tesseract. You can access the installation for that library over here following this link, and there is several installation instructions for Linux, Mac OS, and Windows, and so forth. After you have installed the application in your local machine, we have to set two environment variables. The first one is Tesseract path. That is the path pointing to the executable folder, and text data prefix. And text data prefix is where the data for the different libraries, different languages is located at. So make sure that you set those as environment variables. So I'm gonna open nano dot bash profile so you guys can see my settings in here. You're gonna see that if I scroll down, I'm going to have test data prefix and test data path. Also, and since we are already here, there is a third variable that we need to install in our system. It is an app encryption password, and the professor is going to give you the value for that that is necessary to encrypt and decrypt properties. So the next thing that we're going to do in our video is to download the repository. Just head over here and copy the URL, and then just git clone and hit enter. I am cloning it onto my desktop. Just browse anywhere in your computer that you wish to download this onto. Once it finishes downloading, we're gonna change into it. So change directory into VIR, and also change again into code, and that's it. We have downloaded the URL. The next step that we need to go over is setting up our MySQL. So we're gonna need a username of root and a username of password. Head over to MySQL, and I'm already logged in as root and password root, and then create a new schema called VIR. This schema is needed so later on JPA can update the values in here. For now, just apply the defaults and close. Now what we need to do is just build our application. So make sure that go to the downloaded folder, and in here you're gonna see two scripts. The first one is build.sh and start, and there's also the same script for Windows if you need to, but since we are in a Mac, just make sure that you set the executable bit for it, for both of them, and also for start. And then with that done, we can just build our application. This process is gonna take some time. Once it's completed, I will come back. Okay, I am back. So once the script has finished, then you should see this build success summary. So the front end built successfully, backend, and the whole project. So this is all for building the application. So now what we need to do is we start it. We just run the start script, and by the way, this start script does not have um, an extension. Is because we can use it in OS devices or Linux like devices, or in Windows as well. So we are waiting for the application to start up, and there it is. It's saying that the application started on port 8080. So we're gonna head over to the browser, and we are gonna go to localhost 8080, and there it is. Our application shows and it is working. So far we have built the application and it's running on our local machines, but we do want to go ahead and build it for production. And to do that, just go to the terminal and run build, and then after that you just include the parameter prod. And what that's gonna do is gonna optimize the application to build for prod. I'm gonna do it right now. And as I'm building for prod, I want you to notice how the first thing it does is increase the build values for production. So every time we build for prod, this number back here is going to increase. So we make sure that the application has a new version every single time we build, and you're gonna see how this is important once we upload it to Amazon Web Services. So I am just gonna let it build there for a second, and then I'll get back. So as you can see, our build was successful. So if we head over to our downloaded repo and we go into the backend section of it, we notice that there is a release folder, and then that release folder is going to contain our builds, and here it is, version 72. This is the one that we finished building right now. So once this is done, we're just gonna head over to a search browser, and we are gonna search for AWS Elastic Bean Stack Console. And what this is gonna do is going to take us into the Elastic Bean console for Amazon Web Services. Just log in with the credentials provided by the professor in the folder. Just click sign in and then give it a time. So this is going to take us into this console, and in here we can see that the environment for production is green, meaning that everything is running fine, and that the version running is version 71, and we just created version 72. So I'm gonna click in it, and then I'm gonna click upload and deploy. I'm gonna click choose file, and I'm gonna browse for the file that just got created, which is under VIR code backend and then release, and I'm gonna pick the 72 release, and I'm just gonna deploy. And as it uploads, we are gonna have a new version on the servers. This is gonna take some time, so I'm gonna get back once it's done. Alright, now that everything has been deployed, we do see the green check mark. It was green a moment ago. That everything was successful. It transitioned to warning now, so there are a few logs down here, and now it went back to normal. It usually goes from normal to a warning after a new deployment, because there's a lot of processes in the background of AWS, so just know that it's normal for it to happen with a new instance. And that is it. Thanks for watching.